Okay, I'm back. So I just bought a truckload of stuff, and I think I have a total of 18 guitars. I got a bag full of pedals over here. I got a little Roland microcube over there. I think I got a Japanese Squire right here, which is really cool. But let's unload the truck, and I'll go through them one by one for you guys and show you what I got. So here we go. Okay, so we brought everything into the store, and we're going to just kind of go through them one at a time for you guys real quick. Okay, let's look at this very first one. So this is a Gretsch anniversary issue. And this, I believe, is a G617. It has the Bigsby. Got the master volume right here. It looks like it's in its original case. And the handle right here, it's broken. But I think I might be able to fix that. Sometimes I'm handy with that kind of stuff. But yeah, our first one is a Gretsch. Let's get the second one up here. Okay, the second one is a Hofner Beetle bass. It's right-handed. It looks like it's in really good condition. It's missing the little sticker on the back. I think these are probably made in China. But this was part of those 18 guitars that I bought. We still got the plastic over the pickups. So basically a brand new guitar. Really good shape. Okay, so this next one, line 6 Variax. And so these are those guitars that, I think I got 3 of them. They can change tunings on you and stuff, but they take a battery charger that goes back here in the back. Takes a bunch of batteries. Oh, those batteries are getting old. Those things need changed out immediately. But yeah, I have to clean this one up. I restring all the guitars that come in used. And I also have to look for the charger because this doesn't have the charger. So there's a line 6 Variax right there. Okay, let's see what we've got right here first. Let me look in here because now I'm on a search for the line 6 stuff. Let's see what we've got. Okay, it's another line 6. And again, this one has all those quality electronics in it, so you can change tunings. Let me look. Oh, he's got a screw down in here. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's stock. But overall, really good condition. Made in Korea. The line 6 products are, you know, really good guitars. You see you got your controls right here. I'll have to go through this one and see if it's functioning properly and do all that kind of stuff. The top looks really nice on this, great condition. Fretboard seems nice. So here's the second line 6 guitar that we got today. Okay, so here we have an acoustic. This is an Epiphone Masterbilt. And it's got the electronics in it. This is an AJ500RE. And what's cool about this is it's got stereo output jacks. Needs cleaned up. But I just pulled these out of the truck. This one seems like it's in really nice condition. It's almost tuned. So there's an Epiphone here. Okay, another line 6 Variax. And this one sort of looks like a little, you know, SG Junior or something, right? Les Paul Junior. But these things are cool guitars because when they're fully charged, you can just go through here and you see this dial right here. You can go through all the different tunings and it'll automatically tune the guitar. They don't change, it just comes out the output jack in that tuning. And so these things are really cool and they're very versatile for the kind of musician that suddenly needs a guitar in open G tuning or whatever you're doing when you're live. All you got to do is click over here to open G tuning. I do have to get in here immediately and double check to see if the batteries are all corroded over and all that kind of stuff. I have to go through them and I have to check them and of course clean them. And I have to figure out where the power supplies are for it. There's a truss rod tool in there. But I got 3 of these Line 6 guitars and I don't have any of the battery chargers with them. But if that's the case, I'll have to either, you know, maybe eBay a couple of those, or maybe I'll have to just sell them based on the fact that I don't have a tuner that goes with them, which is okay. That's what happens sometimes. So we move on to the next one. Okay, this next one is an Epiphone, and I think this is a Joe Pass. The Emperor. It's missing its truss rod cover. Don't have anything inside the case. It's too bad. I need that truss rod cover. But it looks like it's in really good condition. A little out of tune. Got your 3-way switch right here. You got volume, tone, floating bridge. Beautiful top on this guitar. Got the block inlays. It's got its original Epiphone case with it. So these are pretty nice. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys think, and let's look at the next guitar. Okay, next up I've got my hands on an Ovation. So this is a nylon string. It's got the open headstock here. Ovation tuners in gold. I can see that the strings look old. I'm going to have to restring this one. I believe the model on this is a 1613. And these got the big round back on there. It's got some sort of a leather, you know, knee pad that guys put on these. These things fall off your knees. This is, I don't know if this doesn't look to me to be factory. But the round body things, man, any guy with a belly, they just slip right off. These were really cool. This is a USA made guitar built up in Connecticut. These were really cool in the 70s. Nowadays, it's this kind of your grandfather's guitar brand. Needs new strings. It's missing a strap button right here. It looks like, oh no, that's your volume. Okay. Here's the strap button down here. But this is your volume for your electronics. So I think it probably has stereo out. Is that what we're seeing there? Yeah. Truss rod. Some of these have a big open back plate to get to the truss rod. This one, the truss rod's up in here. That makes it nice. But overall, I would say pretty good condition. I know I could probably find some sort of a knob to put on there and throw some new strings on it. I don't see anything in the pouch. It looks like the original case, and because he put that giant pad on there, it's not really fitting in the case nicely anymore. I'm not sure if I should rip that thing off there or not. The new Ovations, and I believe they're still making them, but the new ones have a carve out in the big bowl on the back. They have a big carve out right here, and it's a little bit flatter. They've reshaped the back, which is important. Everybody complains about these, but I'm telling you, back in the 70s, in the Glenn Campbell days, everybody wanted to get their hands on an Ovation, and this is an American-made one. So she's pretty cool. All right, next up we have a Yamaha. This is an AEX502. And it's a hollow body. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's got the piece that goes all the way through. I can feel the block in there. Got volume, tone, big dog ear P90s in this thing. This one looks like it actually has been played a little bit. I can see a little bit of fret wear underneath some of these frets. And again, it's missing the truss rod cover. And it looks like somebody took a little saw and they cut the headstock out right here to put a little swipe in it for some reason. But you know what? That's what guys do. They get guitars and they want to modify them and they want to make them look cool, and they just enjoy them. And I think that's what's happened with this one. AEX502. Big P90s in it. It's kind of a thin line. It's got the, you know, the flamed maple top on it. Needs cleaned up. But it's got some value to it. It's pretty cool. If you're looking for something to give you that big P90 tone, this thing would probably do it. I can tell it's got a really thick high E string on it. Feels like a 12 or something on the high E string, and this feels like a 10 right there. So it needs new strings. Looks like it's not intonated properly. He's got all three saddles all the way back, and his A string is all the way forward, so it needs intonated. This will probably be one of my restring videos. This one needs restrung. I can do a whole setup on this one. This will most likely, you know, I'll do a video on this. Sometimes I don't always get around to doing the restring videos on guitars. Sometimes I just want to string them up and get them going, and I don't take the time and the effort it takes to record the whole thing and then edit it. But this to me looks like a good candidate for a restring video, so wait for that one. Okay, so this came in the collection, and this is a Epiphone Chet Atkins nylon string classical electric. Basically, it's got the volume in the tone right here. It's lightweight. It has a big Epiphone sticker that goes in the sound hole area right here, and it's missing. For some reason, that sticker is not in there anymore. But for the nylon string stuff, when it's all tuned up with some new strings, and you go into a beautiful sounding amp, these guitars really sound gorgeous. You put this thing through a Roland Jazz 120 or one of those kind of things, and or a Fender amp with a lot of reverb, and these guitars sound gorgeous. Hopefully all the electronics and everything work in this one. Definitely needs a new set of strings, and I think I already have one of these in the store, but this is the Epiphone Chet Atkins nylon string classical electric. Okay, this next one, this is a Hamer, and to me it kind of looks like a 335 kind of style guitar, where you got the double pickups, volume tone, three-way switch. Hamer, quality brand, it's been around for a long time. Some guys pronounce this hammer, but it's pronounced Hamer. And you can see we've got a serial number up there that says made in Korea. So it's a set neck. It really needs cleaned up. Unfortunately, missing its truss rod cover again. Now, I did get a box of parts with this whole lot of guitars, and hopefully all those truss rod covers are in there. Here's another one that looks like it's not intonated properly, where the G string is back as far as it could go. Most likely another restring video. I think there might have been a paper label inside, but I'm not sure on if Hamer did that or not. There was a lot of the older bands, they played Hamer. I know that Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick played a lot of Hamer guitars, but those were the old USA-made Hamer guitars. But there it is, guys. Let's move on. Okay, so this next one, I'll be honest with you guys. This one's hard to look at. When I saw this one, I was like, oh, good Lord. Okay, we have a Gibson Les Paul. There's no binding on the side. So I'm going to say, but it has trapezoid inlays. I'm going to say that it was maybe a Les Paul Studio. But we get down to here, and we can see that somebody took their jigsaw to it, and they cut this corner out, and they cut this corner out. And it looks like they stripped the face of the guitar, and yikes. And you know, you come across these every once in a while where somebody just destroys a Gibson Les Paul. And this is what happened with this one. I can't say anything negative to about the man that did this, but he pretty much destroyed this guitar. So if we come up here, and I'll just hide this part of the serial number. Yes, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say this is a 1990, and it was the red color, which is, what do they call that? The red wine color. The whole guitar was probably this color, and he sanded it down. I don't even know if I can get this back plate off, because he's got like a ½ inch of clear over the top. Look how much clear is on there. So, unfortunately, guys have hobbies, and once in a while they just get into a mood where they want to modify a guitar. These are carbon pickups in here. The guy put carbon pickups. Now, those are kind of cool. Those probably have some value to it. But who cares, right? I don't know what to do with a guitar like this. It actually is a real Gibson. You can also tell by the truss rod cover right here. It's got the nut inside there. It's a real Gibson. It looks like he maybe painted over his logo a little bit. But, I mean, it was probably was $1,000 guitar at this point if he wouldn't have done this stuff to it. Maybe I should pull the pickups out. I don't even know. Maybe I'll just quick flip it to somebody and let them worry about it. But I don't even know really honestly how to get that back plate off of there. There's so much. I'm going to have to take a razor knife and cut through all that. It's an abomination, let's just say that. Somebody had fun with it. This is the best part right here, where your three-way toggle switch has round access, and he actually cut into that. So the benefit of that, I don't understand. I don't know if there's a way to fix this. I'm not sure. I mean, I imagine there's a luthier somewhere, some sort of a woodworker that could put it back in. You know, cut it back so it goes back in there and reshape this. But yeah, this is an unfortunate thing that happens to Gibsons once in a while. But I think the guy that did it, I mean, he was having fun. Hopefully he was having fun. Looks like it had some Gibson tuners on it. The Schaller and, well, the traditional Gibson deluxe tuners on there. But somebody put 5 Grovers on there. But you can kind of see where the older style tuners, Kluson style tuners, were on there. Doesn't have any headstock injury, but yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, if you had a punk band or something, you could probably, you know, burn it on stage or something like that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and life goes on. Maybe I'll pull those. Those look like double stacked carbon pickups, probably from the 80s or the 90s. Crazy, huh? I want to look away, but I just can't. Alright, let's move on to the next guitar. Okay, our next one is an Epiphone. This is a Zephyr Blues Deluxe. 3 big giant dog ear P90s. This is an Epiphone. There's our master volume right here. Floating bridge. And you can see it does have the Epiphone logo inside there that shows the serial number and the model number. Overall good condition, needs cleaned up. Everything in this collection needs cleaned up. He takes all the stickers off of the back that say inspected by. There was one of those Epiphone inspected by stickers right there. Got a little tiny chip here up on the top. Nice flower-like inlay vine kind of thing. Looks like it's overall in good condition. It's got flat wounds on it. Well, no, I take that back. It's got 2 flat wounds on it, and then a round wound. So it needs a restring, but it is an Epiphone. Unfortunately, missing the truss rod cover. Got my fingers crossed. At the end of this very long video, there's a box of parts we're going to go through, so stick with me. Let's see if at the end of the video, stick it out with me, and let's see if any of these truss rod covers or any of these parts are kind of stuff that can go into these. Okay, next up, Terer, and it has the violin style body on it. So it looks kind of like the Beatles guitar. Looks like it's in great condition overall. Probably didn't get played much. Kind of a wall hanger kind of thing. Feels like it's in good condition overall. The string height is super high. Needs a setup. But Terer, I'm going to call it a violin style guitar. Beatle thing. Paul McCartney thing. Alright, well this one was shrink wrapped. And you can see that it's one of those, it's a Yamaha, which is a great brand. And it's one of those guitars that is missing its body. And so, of course, that makes it very lightweight. And let me see if I can get some of this off of here so we can get a better look at it. But, yeah, I'm not sure what to say about it. Nylon string. Classical. Set neck. Has electronics. Has a 9-volt Duracell battery in it to power the electronics. Have to do some experimenting. Not sure what the model number is on this thing, but maybe it could be a travel guitar. I don't know if these parts come off of each side. We'll have to do some investigating. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this one. I know having all this stupid shrink wrap on here isn't helping me at all to try to sell this thing. But at least you guys know that it's been somewhat protected when it came over here in the back of my truck. Okay, I got my scissors and I cut all of that shrink wrap off of there. So we have a good view of it now. Yamaha classical string. What do you think they call this procedure when they take the body deconstructed? What?
Skeletonized.
Skeletonized. That makes sense. Thank you, Bri. I'm gonna say this is skeletonized. So it's kind of cool, honestly. It's got this area for you to set on your knee, and it's super lightweight, and needs restrung. But I have lots of Ernie Ball nylon string stuff. I could restring that one, and it's for sale. So let us know in the comments or call the shop anytime, guys. And let's move on to the next guitar. Okay, up next we have a Yamaha bass. And this looks like an entry-level bass. And oh no, it kind of looks like he went after the headstock here and he squared it off. That's not good. And how do you guys like your string height? Well, maybe not that high, huh? It looks like we can do a little bit of adjusting. He's got these, his saddle, he's got these little pieces up as high as they will go. So that just needs to be lowered. Maybe he was playing slide bass on it. We got to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. And the nut on his output jack is missing. But good condition overall. It's unfortunate that he went after the headstock, but I don't think that's a big deal for, you know, a beginner that's coming in here. I got a lot of guys that are beginners, and even a lot of girls enjoy playing bass. And I can do simple setup work to this thing. It almost, you know, I think it might have roto sound strings on it. The red cloth on your bass strings tells me they're roto sounds. So we got a little inexpensive bass out of it. Alright guys, so next one up, it's in a Gibson case. Don't get too excited though. I'm pretty sure this is a Gibson. So this is a counterfeit. And there's no fret nibs. It's got the imported adjustable bridge. So if you guys are just wondering, if you could put your straight screwdriver and adjust the bridge, it pretty much means that you're looking at an imported Gibson. And yeah, I mean, they're good quality overall. Probably comes out of one of those Epiphone factories over in China. Fake Grover knockoff tuners. You know, serial number just doesn't look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says it's an 06. Lots of binding. But the bridge is a dead giveaway. These are the larger pickup rings. And the hardware just doesn't look quite right. And you don't have the nibs. The binding nibs come up the side on a good Gibson guitar. The binding nibs come up the side of each fret. And if we took this truss rod cover off, you would see that there's not a nut on the end of the truss rod. You stick an Allen wrench in there and you adjust it with an Allen wrench, just like the Epiphone stuff and all the imported stuff. So it says Gibson on it, but it's a fake. Okay, this is the last guitar in the collection. And this, honestly, this might be one of the better ones. Squier Stratocaster, but this is a made in Japan. Let me do this. Let's spin this around this way so you can get in nice and close on this logo. So to me it looks like an E8 So I'm going to say that is 1988, made in Japan, and vintage vintage neck, because you've got your truss rod adjustment in the heel. And in 1988, they were making very high-end quality guitars, and they were putting the Squier name on there. But these things are really, really good playing guitars. It's the regular thickness of an American-made Strat. And the tuners are quality Goto tuners on there. And you can see that under the neck plate, they have the little spacer. So that means the wood that they used, sometimes it's a softer wood. The reason they would put that spacer there is because it's a softer wood. I'm not going to say what kind of wood it is because I have no idea. But the spacer sometimes mean that, most of the time means that it's a softer wood, and they want that extra support that that little black spacer gives you right there. But this is maybe one of the nicest ones out of the whole lot of guitars. Beautiful color. It's got that Yngwie Malmsteen look to it. 3 single coils. 1988. You could call this vintage. I would call this vintage. 1988. Come on, man. That's a long time ago. What is that? 35 years ago now. 34 years or something. I would almost consider this I would. I'm going to say this is a vintage piece. And again, Japan was making super high quality stuff for Fender back then. If you get your hands on one of these old Japanese Fenders, they are very playable. Looking for the arm in the gig bag. Don't have an arm. That's unfortunate. Okay. But this is maybe my favorite guitar out of that whole lot. And again, I don't know. They're cool. They're really cool. Okay, so we've looked at the guitars. Now I've got a box of parts, and this is what I'm hoping to find. There's some like pickguard material or something. This is where I'm hoping to find all the truss rod covers and all that kind of stuff. Okay, there we got one truss rod cover. That's good. We got some Gibson pickup rings and some Gibson knobs here. Oh, there's an arm. Maybe that's for that Squier. I hope so. We got some Grover tuner parts. You know what? So these are the original parts that were on the devastatingly horrific Gibson, but those could probably be put back on. So there's that. That's good. There's a Duncan design that came out of something. Some random stuff here. Not sure what that is. We've got these two tail pieces. Maybe he was thinking about changing some tail pieces on something. This is showing us... these are the chunks of what he ripped out of the Les Paul. You know what? These might be able to be glued back in together. These are chunks of the Les Paul that he cut off. Wow. I'm wondering if I should try to glue that all back together. That would be crazy, huh? It's got a little wiring diagram there. I'm wondering if I should glue it back together and maybe paint it then or something. I don't know. This goes with the Les Paul. If anybody wants the Les Paul, And the extra parts. Nobody's gotten extra parts like this before. That's cool. It's a little floating bridge. Here's some strap locks. Here's another arm. So hopefully I have the arm for that Japanese Squire. So a 5-way switch and some random old electronics. There's some screws and a washer. And then here are some reflex. Don't know what these pickups are. They say reflex. This was maybe came out of something there. There's a knob. Maybe that goes on that Ovation volume. Alright, so there's some stuff in here. This is really cool to find this. But I was hoping, it's cool that we got these. But I was hoping for about 10 truss rod covers. And we ended up with just one. But how cool is that? I've never seen that in my life. I will never see that again, where he saved the parts that he cut off. That's amazing. The John Sport bag was included here. So let me open this thing up. And let's see what we've got in here. So some CD stuff. Line 6 stuff. There's some of those Line 6 that go with those Variax guitars. He's got some Essential Blues riff stuff. Alright. The Line 6 Pod 3. I have a couple of these in the store already. It's covered in dust. I have 1, 2 of them. This is, I think, the newest version of it. It's covered in dust, but it's the Pod X3. Those are good, man. There's a lot of great tones in that. Okay. Wow, look at this. A Peterson tuner. A strobe tuner. This, you know what? I kind of need this. I'll probably... I can put this on my bench in the back. And this is a high-quality tuner. Peterson are famous for this, for their tuners. Got to find a DC in input for it, and this thing's really cool. It feels like it's got some soda on it or something. It's kind of sticky. Kind of feels like your old Chevy steering wheel from your old trucks from back in the 80s. But this is a cool piece right here. I've been always kind of waiting for something like that to come through. Let's see what else we've got. Got a Line 6 switch pedal there. A channel selector pedal, Line 6. Philosopher's Tone Pigtronics. This to me looks like grit, sustain, blend, treble, volume. I'm going to say this is a gain pedal from Pigtronics. So I'm wondering if this made in USA. Use only with approved DC, a 15 volt power supply. Okay, now that's kind of where things get a little tricky, is when you have to find a 15 volt power supply. Okay, next we have a Yamaha Magic Stomp guitar effects processor. Does a lot of good stuff, I imagine. Yamaha makes such good quality gear. A use power adapter AC-10. Yamaha Corporation, they make good stuff. Another one of those pedals. I wonder if these are for the Variax guitars. We're going old school here with a Zoom 707. Maybe I need to send this to one of my YouTuber friends that I know. Ben Coombs or somebody. And then we got the little Zoom GFX 707. So we got a couple of inexpensive zoom pedals. And then we've got the Dane Electro Echo Pitch Shifter. And these are fun. I've had one of these. Cool design, old hot rod. I think it will do that quick delay, kind of slap back kind of effect. And a couple other little things in here. Okay, I feel some more stuff in the side pouch. I'm hoping there's a ton of power adapters for those Line 6 Variaxes. Oh, I think we're going to have some luck here. Awesome. There's one of them. Good. I need 3 of those. Oh, this one he labeled it. This is for the Pod DOD FX7. What's a Pod DOD FX7? I don't know. Few more in here. We're getting lucky now. There we go. We're good with the 3 Line 6 Variax now. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, because if you don't have one of these to charge those batteries, you're pretty much out of luck when it comes to getting the Variax going. So I think all 3 of these are for those. Although this one, I think, honestly, no. One of these might be for this pod right here. I have to go through and test everything. Okay, this one, this is pretty nice of this guy to go ahead and put Yamaha on here, because I think that would be for this one. Yeah. So that's good to have your power supplies. Oh, I see 2 more in here. This guy did a good job. There's the Yamaha AC power adapter, output 10 volts. So I don't know what this would go for. You know what? So maybe that little keyboard. Oh, wait. These things also came in here. So I'm going to say that this is mainly for that, most likely. And then we also have this little MIDI keyboard that came in this deal. Oxygen 8. These are kind of fun. DC, what's that say right there? DC 9 volt. Okay, so these are kind of fun for home recording and stuff. I don't usually do anything keyboard related. This came with it, so the DOD, okay. That's for this. Okay, so we're getting some stuff figured out here. It's kind of a mess, but we're getting a few things figured out. And then we also got the Cube 15, the Roland Cube 15. And there we go, little 9 volt power adapter. That'll probably work one of these little zooms or something. I think that's pretty much it. Random cables. And more guitar cables. Don't know what that one would be for. But some of these guitar cables, of course, you can't resell guitar cables. This looks like a speaker cable. I don't know why I would need a speaker cable for anything. That kind of looks like some sort of a speaker cable. But you always end up getting random stuff. There's a USB cable. And in here is a couple old cables and more cables. And so that's it, guys. So that was today's hoard. Thank you for watching the video, and go ahead and do all that YouTube stuff. like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. If you got this far into the video, thank you very much. And all you guys have a great day. Go out and buy a guitar. You know you want one. Thanks for watching.